How many times have you felt trapped in a routine of requests, desperate prayers, and endless waits? It's easy to fall into the trap of just asking, and asking, forgetting a powerful principle: gratitude. The truth is that thanking God not only changes the way you see the world, but also transforms what happens in your life. Does that seem impossible? Maybe even unlikely. But it's in the Bible. In everything, give thanks. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And when you apply this principle, something extraordinary happens. Gratitude has the power to open doors that once seemed closed and to bring a peace that surpasses all understanding. No matter what you are facing right now, this moment can be a turning point. Imagine feeling your soul renewed, your faith strengthened, and your blessings multiplying in ways you can't even explain. This is not a cliché, it is a divine promise. So how about taking a step of faith and starting right now? I will show you how, through prayer, you can experience this transformation. How many times do you start your day by thanking for being alive? It seems simple, but it's profound. Each morning is a gift that brings with it infinite possibilities. The simple act of opening your eyes, feeling the softness of a pillow, or hearing the sounds of life around you are miracles that we often forget to appreciate. Recognizing these moments is like opening a window to see the divine care in our daily routine. To develop the practice of daily gratitude, try a simple exercise. Keep a blessings journal. At the end of each day, write down at least 3 good things that happened. It can be something as small as a well-made cup of coffee or as significant as a smile that warmed your heart. Believe me, when you list your blessings, you will realize that life is much richer than it seems. Gratitude also transforms our emotional state. Studies show that grateful people are happier and more resilient. Imagine facing a difficult day, but still finding something to be thankful for. Perhaps it's the fact that you overcame a challenge or found comfort in a silent prayer. When we give thanks, even in small gestures, we make room for God's love to fill our hearts. Another way to live this daily gratitude is through caring for creation. A simple walk in the park or nurturing a plant at home can become a reminder of God's abundance. By admiring the beauty of a flower or the flight of a bird, we recognize that we are part of something greater and that the divine hand is in every detail. Finally, as you thank for your daily blessings, remember to include those who share life with you. A sincere thank you to a coworker, a hug for a friend, or a word of encouragement to someone in need can be ways to spread the kindness we receive. Gratitude has this power. It does not deplete itself, but multiplies when shared. Lord, fill my heart with gratitude so that I may see your goodness in everything, from the smallest gifts to the greatest blessings. May every gesture of mine be a reflection of your abundant love. Challenging days come for everyone, without exception. It's like being in the middle of a stormy sea with no land in sight. In those times, it seems impossible to find something to be thankful for. But gratitude in difficult moments is not about denying the pain. It's about recognizing that there is a greater purpose in everything we face. Imagine the impact of looking at a problem and saying, I don't understand this now, but I thank you because I know God is in control. This is the essence of resilient faith. A practical way to find gratitude amidst difficulties is to reflect on past challenges. How many times have you gone through situations that seemed unbearable but ultimately led to growth? Perhaps it was a broken relationship that made way for something healthier, or a financial loss that taught the value of planning. Remembering those moments can be an anchor for faith on cloudy days. In the Bible, we find countless examples of gratitude amidst pain. One of them is David, who even while being pursued and facing constant dangers, wrote psalms full of praise. He recognized that even in the deepest valleys, God was his rock. This lesson invites us to do the same. Try praying during a moment of difficulty, not just asking for solutions, but thanking for the strength and wisdom God is developing in you. Gratitude also has a transforming impact on the mind and heart. When we give thanks, even without seeing the solution, we release worry and trust in the divine plan. A simple example is a person who, amidst unemployment, decides to thank for the extra time to spend with family or to develop new skills. This shift in focus can be the first step towards a new opportunity. Finally, remember, gratitude in difficult moments is like a seed planted in hard soil. It may seem that nothing will sprout, but over time, it blossoms. Each day, look for something to be thankful for, even if it's small. This practice transforms not only your perception of the problem, but your life itself, making you stronger and more prepared for what's to come. Thank you, Lord, for being with me in every difficulty. Even without understanding, I trust in your plans and thank you for your constant presence in my life. The relationships we cultivate are precious gifts that reflect God's love for us. Family, for example, is the core where we learn our first lessons about love, respect, and generosity. Even if not everything is perfect, each member of our family shapes us in some way. Think about the impact your parents, siblings, or even a loving grandparent have had on your life. Each shared story and every piece of advice is a gift that deserves to be recognized. One way to practice this gratitude is to remember the special moments shared with those we love. It can be a family dinner, an unexpected conversation, or even a hug during a difficult time. Be thankful for these moments as they form the foundation of our dearest memories. A simple gesture like saying "I love you" or thanking someone for something specific can make a tremendous difference in the dynamics of any relationship. It is also important to reflect on how God works through the people around us. Sometimes, a friend who shows up at just the right moment or unexpected advice from a coworker are ways God shows us that we are being cared for. Recognizing this strengthens our gratitude, both for those who helped us and for the Creator who placed them in our path. Take a moment in your prayers to thank for these interactions and ask for wisdom to cultivate these connections. Relationships are not always easy. There will be misunderstandings and moments of tension, but even these challenges bring opportunities for growth. When we are grateful, we learn to appreciate not only the moments of harmony, but also those of learning. A good exercise is to reflect on how you can contribute to the happiness of those around you, whether with words of encouragement or small acts of kindness. Finally, remember that gratitude for relationships is an ongoing journey. It is about recognizing the importance of each person who enters your life, even if only for a brief period. Whether it is a childhood friendship or someone who crossed your path by chance, everyone has something to teach. By being thankful, you not only recognize these gifts, but also strengthen the bonds that make life richer and more meaningful. Lord, thank you for each relationship you have given me. May I care for these connections with love, patience, and gratitude, always recognizing your hand in every detail. Life is a journey full of ups and downs, but each step is marked by unique opportunities that bring us closer to God's plan. When we reflect on the complexity of existence, from the small details of the human body to the vastness of the universe, it becomes clear that we are here for a greater purpose. Being grateful for this is to acknowledge that nothing in our life is by chance, and every moment is a chance to grow and evolve. Living with purpose does not mean having all the answers, but trusting that each step is leading us to a meaningful destination. Even if you cannot see the big picture right now, you can be sure that God is painting something extraordinary with your life. A practical example of this is dedicating time to serve others, whether in your community, at work, or in church. By positively impacting someone's life, you connect to your purpose and live more fully. Gratitude for life also invites us to live with awareness. Every choice we make shapes not only our future, but also the lives of those around us. Think about how your daily actions can reflect God's love. It can be something as simple as helping a neighbor or taking time to listen to someone in need. By practicing kindness, we are thanking for the gift of life and honoring the purpose it carries. It's important to remember that even difficult moments play a significant role in building our story. With each obstacle overcome, we find new strength and wisdom that bring us closer to who we were created to be. A practical exercise is to reflect at the end of the day on at least one lesson learned. This not only helps us find gratitude in challenges, but also recognize how far we have already come. Finally, gratitude for life reminds us to live with hope. Each new day is a blank page where we can write a story of faith, love, and purpose. When you wake up, try starting with a simple prayer, thanking for the opportunity to live another day and asking for wisdom to use it meaningfully. This habit transforms our perspective and connects us to the Creator in a deeper way. Thank you, Lord, for this life you have given me. May I live it with gratitude, purpose, and faith, honoring your perfect plan for me. Prayer is a dialogue with God that often brings answers in unexpected ways. When we stop to thank for these answers, something incredible happens. Our faith is renewed. Think of a moment when you silently asked God for help, feeling hopeless, and then saw the solution arise from the least expected place. This type of experience reminds us that God always listens, even when silence seems to dominate. Not all answers come immediately, but this does not diminish their importance. Sometimes God responds with a not yet or even a no, and that is also a reason for gratitude. After all, He sees what we cannot. A practical example is someone who lost a job opportunity only to find an even better position months later. When we recognize divine wisdom in each answer, our trust in Him strengthens. Miracles, big or small, are tangible evidence of God's presence in our life. It may be the healing of a serious illness or something as simple as finding the courage to face a new day. Each miracle, no matter how small, is a reminder that God is with us. An exercise of gratitude can be to set aside a moment each week to reflect on these miracles and thank for each one of them. When we receive an answer to prayer, it is natural to want to keep that moment in our hearts, but it should also be shared. Imagine the impact of telling someone how God worked in your life. Your story could be the motivation someone else needs to keep their faith during difficult times. Sharing miracles is a way to multiply joy and spread God's love. Finally, gratitude for answers to prayer teaches us to wait patiently. Not always will the answer be as we imagine, but it will always be perfect in God's plan. Continuing to pray, even without understanding divine paths, is an act of faith that brings us closer to the Creator. And when the answer finally comes, it is impossible not to be moved when realizing God's meticulous care in every detail. Thank you, Lord, for every miracle and answer I have received. Help me to trust in your timing and to recognize your presence in all circumstances of my life. Now that you've made it this far, one thing is certain. God is. Gratitude is a powerful practice capable of transforming even the most difficult moments into opportunities to grow and draw closer to Him. So, what are you waiting for to start? How about dedicating a moment of your day to give thanks, no matter how small or large the reason? This could be the beginning of an extraordinary change. I challenge you to think, what can you do today to show your gratitude to God? Could it be a moment of prayer, a gesture of kindness to someone you love, or even a simple smile to a stranger? The truth is that when we act with gratitude, we become reflections of God's love in the world. Share in the comments something you have seen God do for you and inspire others to live with a grateful heart. And if you want to keep learning more about faith, prayer, and how to live a purpose-filled life, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. We are building a community where faith grows and blessings multiply. Let's go together on this journey. May God bless you abundantly and see you in the next video.